What's up, everybody? So the picks are in, and I am now going to be reviewing each one of our picks for the 2019 draft for the Atlanta Falcons. All right, this is by Hand Egg Memes, little thing I got going. So let's get into it. Our first pick of the 2019 draft is Chris Lindstrom. So I was kind of surprised. I thought we were going to go defensive, somewhere in the defensive line. Apparently, it didn't happen, but it's from what I've been hearing around the NFL, the guy is one of the best guards you could get in the draft. So I understand that. We got to protect Matt Ryan. We had a lot of issues with the line. So this is actually a good pick. I agree with it. I wanted to go defense, but kid seems good. He's Boston College. That's a plus. Last time we had somebody in the first round who was from Boston College. Worked out pretty well. So what is Reddit saying? I don't really know much about college football. I'm really ignorant, so I want to see what Reddit's talking about. So it says we literally filled the worst position. So everybody on Reddit saying this is probably the best move. We had a lot of issues with the offensive line, and it makes sense. We did have a lot of issues with the offensive line. Matt Ryan was sacked like 42 times, which is insane. And just like the mocks predicted, dude, Dan Quinn never, ever follows the script. He always, like, Keanu knew it was a surprise, and he worked out pretty well. So I'm putting my trust inside of Dan Quinn, and Dan Quinn we trust. So I'm hoping this pick would turn out pretty good. So far, Reddit loves it so far, but we're still kind of shell-shocked that we didn't get anybody defensively. So Reddit likes the pick, and I'm excited. We're going to protect Matt Ryan, and in round two, we did the exact same thing. We surprised everybody by getting Kaleb McGary. Also, he's a good guard, but everybody's saying there's better guards in the draft. They don't know why we got McGary. And we also traded away we basically traded away our second and third round pick for him. Most intelligent NFL draft people say there were actually better tackles out there. And the fact that we traded our second and third pick for this guy, it's like, what the hell? But let's see what Reddit has to say. I'm pretty sure you guys are going to explain it. We're going to build a wall and make the Saints pay. Doesn't really say much. Never eating bitch, never a bitch. Also, eat my fucking ass. So, the guy, so far we know Kaleb McGary has his badass personality. It kind of reminds me of Attack. So, I kind of do want that fire in the Brotherhood. Yeah, he's aggressive as fucking just plays football. He's not the sexiest pick, but he's a guy who goes hard in every play. Bad time is sometimes he goes off sides, but if you get him disciplined, you got yourself a good one. I don't know how to feel about Kaleb McGary. I don't know why we traded up, and we also had T.Y. Salembro, and we also got James Brown. So I don't know. I don't know what Dan Quinn's thinking here, but I'm trusting the process. Since we traded away our second and third round picks and to move up to get Kaleb McGary, we were bored as hell on the second day because we had no draft picks. It wasn't until the third day we actually picked. So second day of the draft was just meh. Sheffield in the fourth round, pick number 9. He is a cornerback out of Ohio State. Like I said, I don't know anything about college. So we did trade a 4th and a 6th according to New Life number 25. Dog 93 says Ohio State put some really good defensive players in the NFL. Hopefully this is another. So far, we don't really have a lot of insight on this player, but I'm hoping, with Trufant, his contract's probably going to end, and, he's kind of lost a step, or maybe he's been struggling because our defensive line was injured last year. Maybe he's going to be the backup for Trufant, or I don't know how that works out. Then we picked up John Comiskey in the 4th round. He was a pick number 33. And guess what, guys? We finally got it. We got some guys on the freaking defensive line. KCC56 says, from a friend of mine who coached against Comiskey in the last 2 years, the most physically dominant guy we saw all year. Motor wasn't there. Motor wasn't always there, but usually after getting chipped and double teamed / triple teamed, our whole entire game plan was built around stopping him. Thank God he was hurt when we saw him this year because it wasn't going to matter. Production concern is misleading. He was leading D2 and TFL until he got hurt. Still learning how to play D-line, counter game isn't NFL ready yet. Still relies on being stronger than you if first move doesn't hit. If he puts in the work like I think he will, he could be special. Gotta be patient. So what I'm hearing right now, he's mostly of a project. Online Predator says his athleticism is nice, but the lack of production at that level is a bit concerning. since we already have some hyper athletic, unproductive pass rushers on the team. He's talking about Vic Beasley. I knew somebody was going to mention Vic Beasley in here. C. Jammin. That speed at his size is remarkable. I think if we can coach him up into being more of a threat as a pass rusher, he could actually be an excellent player down the road. So what I'm hearing, this guy's a project. He's still making these college mistakes, but if we could we could fix a little bit here and there. You know, if we could just transition from the college to the NFL, maybe he might be a good little gem. And in the 5th round, at pick number 14, we got Quadri Olson. He is a running back out of Pittsburgh. We could have used a big, powerful back these past couple of years. I like the pick. 3rd and 1 just became less scary. PG Mike says we could have used a big, powerful back these past couple of years. I like the pick. So he sounds like a meaty dude. 3rd and 1 just became less scary. I'm feeling confident. So I'm guessing he's good for those short runs. He's like a monster. What I'm seeing from everybody's loving this pick. So the general consensus here is that we love this guy. He's a big power back. He's good for short situations. So it's basically like, I feel like he's like a upgraded Tevin Coleman, or I don't know. I'm still ignorant. In the 5th round, pick number 34, we chose Jordan Miller, a cornerback out of Washington. So far, Reddit, you're not really providing me with much useful information. Washington corners only. From Kev. Sorry, I can't see. I have a spot on my monitor. Techno Wizardry might be my favorite pick from the later rounds. Really talented press man corner, great ball skills and willingness to tackle. NFL build and NFL game. Should immediately compete with Isaiah Oliver, and I'm being serious. Watch his tape versus Utah. He's a baller. Ooh. I'm a big fan of Isaiah Oliver, so this would be interesting to see somebody compete. Highlights remind me of Oliver, but definitely more aggressive to the ball in the run/screen game. Ooh. Yeah, I think the Saints actually, they've been using a lot of screens lately since Drew Brees is getting older. Fuck pass rush, am I right? Penis Charles. So far, I'm hearing he's a good addition. Don't know much about him. I still think he's probably a project player, so not going to get too excited here. But hopefully it works out. In the 6th round, pick number 31, we got Marcus Green. He is a wide receiver out of Louisiana Monroe. I did see a video where Dan Quinn said that he's going to be like a returner. But in the Falcons comments made by Marcus Lee, 74-78, said they might be moving him to running backs. That's kind of Ace the Warhawk. Not a Falcons fan, but I covered him in college for UML rivals. Green is very versatile. He played slot, but he did motion to running back in some formation, so he does have a little bit of experience there. Hope to see him make the team and make an impact. He's special in the return game. So far, what I'm hearing, he's not really a wide receiver. He is going to be a running back, or yeah, he's definitely our new kick returner. We need somebody like that. Heard the kid's pretty fast, and he's good, and he's also versatile. If we need him at running back for depth, then hey, he's got experience. So far, I'm liking the draft so far. We really didn't do much on the defensive line besides John Comiskey. If I said your name right, or wrong, I'm sorry. But I don't know how to feel about this draft. Our O-line definitely got beefed up. Our defensive line, like, what are we doing? We got one guy, and I don't know. So we did jack up our offensive line a lot through offseason trades, through the draft, but we really didn't give much love to the defensive line besides, whatever his name is. So I'm not really feeling this draft, but I am confident that Dan Quinn will find a way to make this work, either through undrafted players or through just, making gems out of what we got already. So I am confident Dan Quinn. I don't agree on how he did it, but who cares what I think? I want to know what you think. What do you guys think about the drafts? Which guys are going to be gems? Which guys are going to be busts? We're going to see another Vic Beasley where we want to make him work, but it's just not going to happen. So what do you guys think? Be sure to comment, share, and just subscribe to this channel if you want more Falcon-related content. Help me out here. I'm trying to build this channel. I'm trying to make sure I provide the best content for you guys. So I would love to just get some feedback from y'all. So this has been Falcon Irv. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys are excited to see some more videos. So be sure to subscribe.